I get interested listening to him talk about truck stuff. I want to talk about truck stuff. He
hanging out with us this weekend because he had to go do his taxes. Come to find out, he didn't even do his taxes.
Yeah, I did a shit ton of yard work though.
You don't have a yard.
I do have a
yard.
No,
we did a shit ton of yard work.
Yeah. Yeah, but y'all get to use tractors. I had to dig a ditch with a shovel. We did in my yard.
Why?
Because it was clogged up, wasn't draining. That's part of the reason my yard was all full of water.
So now you just gave it all to your neighbors? It's their problem?
Yes, it is. Yes, I did. And I declined it so it would actually go directly into their yard.
If you put it in their garage, they'd probably move out soon.
That'd be cool. Because it's an eyesore anyway. It needs cleaning.
It is. Like,
yes.
When I went to leave the house with him, the garage next door, the garage had decayed so much you could see through the garage door.
When we pulled up, like it made my house. You kind of look, you're like,
yeah, jungle vines.
And you're like,
I go, you know, there's a fucking body in there.
Yeah.
Like,
and
there's a dead dude inside that house.
The dude next to me is sort of like halfway crazy.
No, he's all the way.
And he came over because one morning.
Is that a goose egg?
Whoa.
No, that's a duck or chicken egg, but it was up in the deal. But that thing's fucking huge.
Yeah, you know that hurt.
Yeah.
2 yolks.
And we had a dead chicken this morning, so I wonder if that
I bet it's the same one.
Seriously. Because there wasn't any feathers or anything. It was just laying on the ground like it sleeping and didn't wake up.
Where was it?
Right up there by the chicken coop in the corner.
And you didn't eat it?
It could be aged too. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
By comparison to those, it might have killed it. It's literally 3 times size.
Those others are pretty big.
No, I did get to buy an extension ladder and clean my gutters.
2 yolks.
That was exciting.
2 yolks.
Yeah.
I had dirt in my gutters.
Yeah.
Where they had aged, they had never been cleaned out, so it actually started to decay and make dirt.
We sure could have used your help, but you know. Not really.
I was like, we've only had 3 people to drive.
Well, there was 4.
Well, he drove that.
Yeah.
I can't even reach the pedals on that thing.
No, you couldn't.
See? Yep. Look, you're like, man, good point.
Get you those driving shoes I got you. Center blocks with the straps on them.
I was going to say the KISS shoes.
It'd be like you trying to drive Rusty's Ranger. It'd be.
Out the dump truck.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Exactly.
With a trowel.
You're good with the shovel, obviously.
You could have rode on top like West did.
Are you actually rubbing that on yourself?
Yeah, this shit doesn't work that good, though.
I was like, what is that? Why
That's joint juice you get at Walmart. I've been using it for about 2 weeks,
I
but
thought
my
you're
shit
supposed
still
to drink
hurts.
it.
You're supposed to drink that.
Well, I was wondering why it's flavored. It just stains your skin.
What about sticky?
Mm-hmm.
God.
No, it actually does help.
I wish you had just started pouring. Everyone were like, what the f are you doing? Like splattering the floor. Be like, it's joint juice. I need extra.
I was waiting for somebody to notice. Cody's the only one. He's like,
How many acres you figure we did this weekend?
It looked like you got, what, almost 5 back? Off the property?
At least 5. We
Yeah.
doubled what we had.
Oh, it
It was
so much
even
better.
though the back doesn't, like the back is big, that's why I went back there to see how wide that was.
So,
You had to have a few acres back there.
Friday morning on the way to the gym, James Hicks happened to be here, and we went over to just look at the building, so he wanted to see, you know, what was going on over there. So we're standing on a hill, and I had mentioned I'd like to knock some of these trees down, and it keeps raining. We were going to rent a dozer and do it. We went to the gym, and about an hour later, when I got out of the gym, there was a text from James, and he said, hey, call me as soon as you're out of the gym. So I called him, and he said, hey, I talked to Jack and West. They're going to bring some tractors over, and we'll start doing that shit in a couple hours. So just from an idea, Friday till now, they went through and literally they snatched with this track hoe. They would snatch these trees out. And I had never seen it. Like I said, there's no way that thing's going to pull that tree out. And it fucking pulled it up, set it on the ground. He put a pile of like 10 of them, grabbed them in the middle, snapped them in half, picked them up and put them in the truck. The pile on the dump truck was so tall we couldn't get under the cable line. West had to get on top and hold the fucking cable to take the dump truck through there. It was the wildest shit I'd ever seen. I'd have said there's no way that that could happen. And watching that shit, it's like watching a transformer show up and just start fucking jerking shit out of the earth. It was fucking wild. It was very cool. And they made short work of that shit. They looked like they'd probably done that before. Had you done that? Like reclaimed a bunch of your property and stuff? They farm like thousands of acres, like big major farming operation shit. It's very cool to see their operation and at what level they do stuff. But boy, they made shit happen, which doesn't happen around here very often.
I was impressed.
When I was moving here, people were like, everybody operates on Tennessee time. I'm like, what's that? They go, oh, you'll see.
2/3 the speed of smell.
I didn't think they'd have that much done. When the guy started on Friday, I was like, you know. And I came up there yesterday. I was like, holy hell.
Yeah.
Friday,
That's a
we didn't
whole-
have it, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, in the hour and a half just when I was there, it was like the whole
Yeah.
hillside was almost gone. I was like, whoa.
Well, when I drove up yesterday, I looked at them I'm like, wow, that looks really good. And I thought, well, okay, they're finished pretty much. You know, you guys are back there. I saw the dump truck. Cody was running and dumping back there. And so I drove around to the back where they were. And I'm like, oh shit, they didn't just finish up there. They're cleaning all this up back here too.
And down the side, and behind.
Yeah.
That's what I said when we pulled in. I was like, I bet those workers are pulled in this morning. They're like, what in the hell happened out here?
You know, everybody has those friends, and you always hear your buddies talk about the shit they can do, but you never really see them do it, so you don't know if they can do it. I have no doubt when James Hicks tells me he can do something that he can do it, but at the level he can do it, it's always fucking, it's cool to see it happen.
Yeah, when they said tractors, we were like, I guess they're bringing out some pretty big tractors.
He's like, yeah, what?
It was
Yeah.
it's the biggest backhoe I've ever even
James,
seen.
James, when I was on the phone with James, he goes, oh, shit, they brought the big tractor. I didn't expect that when I pulled in there.
Coming on that flatbed diesel.
And trucks kept coming. Like they pulled in with a semi truck, and then more trucks came and more trucks came. It was cool
It was
to
crazy.
see. And James was like, yeah, I can build a motocross track, and he can build a motocross track.
Yep.
It's almost like having your own band.
Yeah.
But man, we're there.
Yeah. With all the machinery up there in the yard and stuff, building the track and
Yep.
everything.
Bam Marcher, or no, it wasn't.
Bam didn't do none of that shit. His
Yeah.
boys did it all.
I was trying to think. I couldn't remember. I watched one of the videos, and it was Bam Margera's Hummer that they cut in half.
It
With
was
the
this.
metal saw.
They cut the top off of his purple
Yeah.
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd be happy about that.
With Jack on that track hole,
Mhm,
Liam
he's
and Dave,
fast.
him on that skid steer. It was just,
Once you got on
We
it
got
and got
some
warmed
stuff
up
going.
though, you had it fucking down good.
what's that? Oh, the track hole?
Yeah.
Hell, ain't been on in 10 years.
Yeah, that's on video. We don't. I'm loading it in sections, but at one point when he first showed up, they had to get what size dozer is that?
503.
That was a
A
D3.
D3. So for those who know what that is, you want to Google it, or it's huge. But it was on a tilt trailer. So if you've ever like backed a lawnmower off a tilt trailer, you kind of just tilt it, and then eventually like you'll
it
tilt
just
all the way,
falls.
and you just kind of got to go with it and not freak out. But I guess like in all our minds, it was going to be a little different with what 10-ton.
It was a lot
18,000
less fighting than I
pounds.
thought
Yeah.
it was gonna be.
Yeah. But James got on and he's like, well, I haven't drove one of these in 10 years. And so John was like, get the camera. Like, we don't know how good this might be really good. It might be really bad, but slash good, whatever.
Lindsay's like, have him fill out a will.
And I was thinking, because the trailer tilts, if he hits hard enough and the way he's sitting in the chair, like his feet will probably touch behind his head. Like, it'll just toss him backwards. And he ruined the whole thing when he got done there, and he's got like the surgical touch, and like it literally tilted so slow it didn't even
Like
make
a
a sound.
seesaw or something.
Yeah. He was
Very-
like it was the softest touchdown I could have expected, and I was, what are you doing?
There's something on your shirt, man. I'm trying to. It's like bugging me. Seriously, it's like
Well, get it.
He's gonna pick it off and eat it.
it's a booger or some
It
shit.
may be a booger. I sneezed.
I think it
earlier.
was seriously.
Yeah, I sneezed earlier. I've got boogers.
Want some eggs, Kent?
I think it was. Smelled like a booger.
Why you don't eat eggs?
Oh yeah, booger.
Yep.
No, I do. I'm just not hungry.
Can't. You can't just come visit and then not be part of the team.
Want some eggs? Want some eggs? You don't have to eat them. If you don't like them, just give them to one of the people in there.
Yeah.
After you eat part of it.
Just eat part and be like, oh, I'm done.
We usually have other shit with the eggs. We just don't have any other shit with us.
Oh, that sriracha's good. You want some sriracha on there?
I should have brought some of that pork
You
tenderloin.
like hot stuff?
What, Amanda?
I forgot to get beans.
Your eggs are in the thing in there on your desk.
If you like it, try some of that. It's really good.
I should
Could've
have brought
took
some
some more
pork
of that
tenderloin
yummy
and stuff
sausage.
this weekend for them.
You should have. Thanks for thinking of it.
It's not real hot. It's hot, but it's got like a sweet taste to it. I love this stuff. It's really good.
This is the last one.
Oh, is that the last one? So, John's really just doing that to help spike his insulin so he can absorb the protein he's about to have.
I did that earlier.
Oh, that's where the other one went.
Yep.
You gonna cook that turkey egg?
Yeah.
This weekend she made, from scratch, she made waffles because we got a waffle press at one of the bridal showers.
That's the baby shower?
Mm-hmm. Not the baby shower, the bridal shower. There's no fucking baby.
Not yet.
I'm saying that
You'll
one's not
slip
good.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good. But yeah, so I never had like an actual from scratch waffle though, but it was really good.
We do them in Vegas. They have a little
Yeah.
French dude standing there dealing with the crepes at the Paris Hotel.
Crepes? Just say it. I like very, very thin pancakes. If you don't do it, I will break your arm, Ricky Wolby.
You're not gonna break my arm.
He ain't gonna break it. This here's America, Frenchie. Oh, he broke it.
It wasn't bluffing, huh?
You just broke my best friend's arm. I love this movie. So what else, fellas?
I just did a lot of cleaning, stuff like that. A lot of windows, a lot of light bulbs. Oh, I went to, so I saw what you were talking about yesterday about the pocket knives, about how they wear them around here. So yesterday, after I left the other shop, I had to go for Walmart and get some things. I thought, well, hell, I'll stop at 4T's, a little Chinese place there, and get some lunch, right? And which is a mistake in itself.
I like the 4Ts.
It's all right. It's a China bellyache. I'm not a real big fan of those places anyway.
They guarantee they have MSG in all their products.
Right, exactly. So anyways, I go up there and there's this goofy ass looking guy standing outside talking on his cell phone and smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, and he's got his knife wearing it like this with the clip on the inside and the knife hanging on the outside. And John had just told me about this. And they goes,
Usually there's 4 or 5. Like they got them on their back. I'm like, I don't know how they fucking drive like that. Got them all across all their pockets and shit. They want you to see them.
Feel it?
And
This stuff? That's right. I like it.
so standing outside and everything, I go inside and get a booth. The guy starts bringing me around this one, and there's like all this shit on this table, like papers and stuff, and a cup and this and that, and a bag sitting over there. And he starts to sit me down at the seat at the booth next to it, and then he shakes his head and moves me to the other one. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I sit down, and about 5 minutes later, this guy comes walking in, and he's on the phone. And he's like talking real loud, like, yeah, I don't know, see if they got any more shrimp up here and stuff. And so he's walking in, and he's talking, yeah, they got this and that, you like those and shit? And they just pulled a pan of shrimp out, and he goes, well, hey, I gotta go, they just put some more shrimp out. So this motherfucker goes and cleans out the whole pan of fried shrimp, right? It gets even better, because I'm watching him go to his table with this big plate, this mound of fried shrimp on it. And he sits there and starts peeling the breading off of all the shrimp. Well, it just came out, and he's burning his fingers the whole fucking time with the hot grease, and he's cussing, and he's doing this and everything else. Finally finishes his plate, the whole pan of shrimp, goes back outside with his phone, starts smoking a cigarette, talking on the phone again. I finish my meal, and I go and pay, and I'm leaving, and he goes, yeah, they don't know what to do with me in here. I'm eating them out of house and home. That's the 4th pan of shrimp I've had today. And I went,
All day?
yeah. And I went, he goes, I got them making more right now. I go, yeah, I appreciate that. I went to get some, and it was all fucking gone. Way to go, buddy. And he goes, oh, I guess that was kind of an asshole thing to do, huh? Oh, well, they're going to make more. I'm like, I'm out of here. But I was just like, something is wrong with these people, some of them. But yeah, he was like camped out in there at the booth.
You got his money's worth.
I was gonna say
Oh
four pans worth is a lot of shrimp.
But it just cracked me up that he was sitting there peeling all the breading off of them and burning his fingers
He must
because they were hot.
he must have thought that was the part you don't eat. He thought it was the same.
He was eating the tail and everything that was still on there and just peeling the breading off the shrimp.
Well, obviously he's not a witness.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the pocket knife on the outside of the pocket was a giveaway that something was wrong.
It's like jewelry.
It's like jewelry. You need to watch these plates real quick?
Yeah, we get rid of that shit first.
Okay.
Okay, how many more do you need? Yeah.
More than this.
That's why I was gonna go
I
grab
need
the
us plus one.
other dudes.
Yeah.
And grab them.
Yeah, feed the other dudes right now. That other guy's gonna go to the gym today. We're gonna put him on it for gym.
Cool.
Lance's boy.
Yeah.
You guys don't have chickens?
Go to Trace Cows.
What's the difference between a farm and a ranch?
Where you're located.
Is it?
What part of the country?
So would a ranch be like in a more deserted, unpopulated place and bigger acreage, or is it
Go west
west?
or south. I think they call them ranches a lot in Mississippi. You don't hear them.
Did you ever work cows from horseback?
No.
I'm just gonna turn all my cows loose out in the LBL and we're gonna come in with helicopters and shoo them out.
I've never even been there.
Me neither.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
LBL?
Mm-hmm.
You like it. There's a lot of shit out there. There's an observatory. There's an 1800th century, 1800s farmstead. Has a bunch of like old cabins and shit on it. People, there's no electricity there, and they actually farm and work everything, you know, old school way.
Yeah.
So
It's
And
like
what's
a
on the
national
Oscar?
refuge. Like you can
What's
go
that?
and hike and walk and do all kinds of stuff there, right?
They have bison.
there's
Bison?
bison out there. There's old smelters, like
I didn't
giant
know.
pyramids where they used to, you know, melt down ore. And then there's land between the lakes, the Turkey Bay, the off-road park out there where those guys go.
Yeah.
We went out there with a big truck, and he made me sign a waiver. He said, "You're not gonna be able to drive that. Go sit down." He said, "You're not gonna be able to drive that through here. You're gonna have body damage." I said, "It'll be okay. Trust me." And he made me sign 2 pieces of paper saying that I acknowledge that if there's any damage to the truck, we
It's
would.
on you.
Yeah. I guess because I had all my paint on there.
Yeah, he was like, "Sir, yours looks like a truck with."
But I got out there and there was a dude with a truck just like mine, even bigger. So
Last
There's
weekend
definitely
up
some
there,
places.
Where's this at?
Turkey Bay, land between the lakes. It's between Kentucky. It's part of it's in Kentucky, part of it's in Tennessee. And out there, you drive out about 30 minutes past that, and there's this little village. Has like Christmas store, coffee shop, little petting zoo thing. But there's Tom and Patty's. Patty's is world famous for thick cut pork chops, applesauce pork chops.
Yep, I heard that.
And they have it's good food.
Huh. That's not too far from here?
No, and there's a lot of water out there, a lot of lakes and shit.
45 minutes.
Past
From my house.
Paris? or-
Yeah. From my
Okay.
house, yeah.
It's a little longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because it takes 20 to get to.
You get into the park in 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah, but
it's
to that
fucking-
part of it,
it's
yeah.
big.
Yeah, I forgot that. Because the land between the lakes goes for like
Hour and 10 minutes.
what, 100 miles maybe.
Hour and 10 minutes from Wesley's house.
Yeah. It's a good way. But it's supposed to be real pretty. I know there's a bunch of hunting up there. You have rights to it and stuff. Or I guess.
There's the off-road park, but there's a lot of dirt roads and shit out there. As long as you got a plate on your vehicle, like you can go out there on a dirt bike with, you know, if you got a plate and they won't hassle you. You can do a lot of trail riding and shit out there.
That'd be cool.
It's real pretty.
You said they have mountain bike trails there too?
There is some trails there.
That's what I wanted to do. I was thinking about doing that yesterday, but mountain biking.
Why don't you just go to our property and mountain bike back?
Well,
Get the
when you
razor,
took me around-
start cutting some trails.
Yeah, speaking of which, does your cheek still hurt? Mine still fucking hurts this morning. And I started looking, and in the mirror I could see a red line underneath there where that damn limb got me.
Oh, did you get slapped
Dude,
by
I
one?
heard
Oh,
it. I heard
man.
it. It hit me, and it fucking wrapped around the other side of the car and caught him. I don't even know how it did it, but I heard it hit him. It was funnier than when it hit me.
I had a branch come across and hit me from the top of my forehead all the way down to my temple over here.
I told you to put it on that.
I was driving
You said,
behind you.
hop in!
I was going slow too. I said,
Yeah,
so I'm
he
doing
was.
my damnedest to keep you clean because there was fucking mud all
Yeah.
over out there. We were driving through some swamp.
He drove the 4-seater. I was behind him
I
in
was
the
surprised
2-seater.
it wasn't too bad muddy yesterday that you got them out.
Especially after the flash flood the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess there's some flooding going on in Kentucky
Yeah,
right
it's
now and
supposed to-
everything.
It's supposed to
About
rain
to
for
be
like the
some
next
here.
4 days.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to work out outside today.
Kentucky's like Tennessee, except God doesn't like it. that's Kentucky. It's the same. They just
They're unlucky.
They do get hit with a lot of shit.
Rain for the next 4 days, huh?
Yeah. So I don't think it's supposed to stop till literally until Friday.
Oh, wow.
70% chance every day.
so once we diss that, how do we seed it?
Either by hand or
with the tractor.
Is it a lot to seed by hand? Isn't that a lot to seed by hand? Should I go get
Can I
like
get one of
20
those
of those?
birds?
Should I get 20 of those things and have all my dudes out there?
I like it.
Fucking line?
Wes was like, "Are you gonna do it? Because it'd be a lot for you. But if you made all your guys do it, it'd probably be funny. Like, it's a lot by hand for you. If you made all your dudes have those little Billy things, it's
That'd
like,
be fun.
Wes will be telling that story to his grandkids. He's like, yeah, these motherfuckers.
I said it wasn't too bad.
We told them the grass would grow better if they seeded it by hand. All these fools around there throwing seed by hand and then kicking the dirt over.
Like
it.
one of those satchel bags just slung across you. Just,
He'd be out on the street taking pictures. Look at these guys. I told them it'd grow 10 times faster if they did it and then stop the ground beneath them.
It was Rusty. Russell's here.
How do we get anything done around here?
Oh,
Running
man.
videos the whole way.
how are you doing?
School out.
Who's this?
Spring break.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
She didn't eat them all.
Where are we going?
I'm good.
I'm here.
Huh?
Been out to the
Be
building?
real still now.
Been out to the building?
No, I'm not going out there. I don't want to go out there anymore.
You quit?
You should
No,
see what
I'm
it
just
looks
not
like.
gonna go to
Nobody
work.
does anything to suit me. So
Well, they
We
did
did
a
a lot
lot
of
of
tractor
out there. You'd
work.
probably be appreciative of that.
I've been out there before you went out there.
Yeah,
Why
but
are
you
you-
didn't
why are
see
you
it
getting-
I'm
yesterday.
hating this morning. Can you
I
tell?
know. I was like, have you not had coffee? I was
Are you
like,
hating
I did
it?
have some coffee, thank you, and it's pouring down rain.
it is pouring rain. It's raining cats and poodles.
You seem a little hangry over there.
He
I
is
was
a
just
little
looking at the
hungry.
front of it.
That's the website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they don't sell on Amazon, so that's going to be, you have to go to their website to get it.
I don't think
Can you
that
hook it up for us?
Rusty Fuller got some road armor bumpers because people kept dinging his truck. Like, he never ran into anybody, but people run into Rusty a lot. So he got some road armor bumpers, and they have rigid D2s, floods and spots separately in there. And he found a solenoid relay with a remote, so he didn't have to run wires through the firewall. And that thing worked probably 30, 40 feet away. You click those lights on.
I tried it at 147 yards yesterday,
And it works.
and it works.
That's pretty
It's
awesome.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
My concern is that the big bars have too much, they pull too much amperage to use on that. It will work for the little cubes, but I don't know, how many amps is that big bar pulling?
I don't know.
We looked it up and I think it exceeded it. Plus I want to run two 50-inch bars.
6 amps
Plus-
per channel is what it'll handle
6 amps.
per channel. It's got 4 channels.
See.
And so far it works really well.
How do your bumpers work? Have you hit anything with them yet?
I ran over a few
Probably.
things and seems to be holding up very
How
well.
many channels does it have on it?
4.
If you go over to Walmart,
That's
per
That's per
they leave
channel.
those,
But that, yeah, that's, oh goodness.
Abacus.
Are
That's
you
your
kidding me,
abacus.
Lance?
they leave those shopping carts outside at Walmart. If you line 5, 10, 15 of them up together, it'd be like hitting something real.
Watch the YouTube video on the road armor bumpers. Watch them.
Well, they hit.
They push a car, tear it all. I'm talking about.
Well, you can see they use them. They were
truck
using
like
them in
yours.
vehicles in Iraq. IEDs were literally just destroying the whole vehicle, and the road armor bumper was still intact.
21.52 amps.
Oh wow, that
21.52.
bar pulls that much?
50-inch bar.
Yeah.
And I'm running
No,
two of them on every
Well,
truck.
can't do it. You'll have to put switches in it.
Billy's good at putting switches in
$39
now, though.
for the motor control.
You give them practice.
Billy's
I want
had
to switch for everything.
Oh,
You
your
know,
truck.
expecting to
That's right.
put
Why not?
a
Oh,
James can put in
light
switches
on there.
too.
I didn't have room to reach over there. So.
Wasn't Billy saying he likes wiring up all my lights? Like, he's good at putting switches in now.
Who?
Billy.
Billy Bowen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's real good
Yeah.
at wiring
He's
up lights.
excited about the remote control because that's going to make it easier.
No wires for it.
Not on mine. It's not.
But I just took some Velcro, put it on my dash, sticks on there.
This is your guys' food. Anybody do need?
You want me to leave
You
that
don't
on?
want nothing, do you?
No, I went home
Huh?
cooked
You want me to leave
breakfast.
that
I had
on?
to
Or stop it?
You can
figure
turn it
that
off.
sausage.
I gave him a